Hey there, author Melissa May Younger here. I thought I would give you a quick tutorial of how I took my book cover from just being a painting to making it into a JPEG and then making that into a book cover on Amazon. I'm going to go into Create New. I'm just going to show you, these are the book covers I created here with my paintings. Just go into Create New. And then over here, you will just choose the size, 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. This is the orientation I want. I want one page. Okay, this all looks good. Okay, so I'm just going to do create. And here we go. So this is going to be your book cover. Now, if you have an image, then you can just go down to File, Place an image. And I'm going to find the one I was just working on. So here is my painting. I'm just going to place that in there. All right, so you just make it bigger so that it's taking up the whole screen. I'm just going to stretch it a little. Okay, just make sure you're doing it on the corner so that it stretches the whole thing. Then I'm going to put it down a bit. Okay, so this is great. So now that you have your image, you've dragged it to the right size you want. And as you can see, this is what is going to be on the cover there. Now you need to add the text. You just go to this text tool over here, and you want to make a text box that's about in the center of the screen. So my book is called The Forgotten Scroll. Right now, it is not showing up because of the color. So to change the color of the text, you go up here to this little text thing, double click on it. And then basically to change the color, you scroll along here, and that gives you different color options over here. So with this one, I just went with a nice bright yellow color. I might go even a little warmer than that. Okay, and that's because I wanted it to show up well on this dark background. And then you want to make sure that it is the font that you want. So I have a couple different ones I like. This is one of them, Apple Chancery. And then the size that you want. And now you can see what it's doing right there with the, it has like a broken bracket thing. Okay, so you could do it like that. And now let's give it a nice little outline. This is to outline your text. So I'm going to want a nice dark color to outline it. So let's go with that. Oh, I didn't have this text selected. Make sure you select your text. And then you choose a nice dark color to outline it. And so now we've got the text standing out a little bit better because we did that effect on it. Okay, so that's your title up there. And so basically, you could just leave it like that. You could center it and maybe like that. Okay. I like to do mine a little bit more artistic than that. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these letters be bigger, the T and the F. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to create two other text boxes. So that's my T I just made over there. I'm going to go up here. And now this is the annoying thing. You have to figure out how to choose a color that's similar to the one you just chose. And then I'm going to make it like, let's make it 72. And make sure you fully format it over here before you drag it over here. Once you drag it over here, it's going to get lost with this other text box. So let's make so it's the right color. And let's get a nice outline on that. Okay, so it looks similar to those. Now, what I did with mine, I actually ended up making this a different font. I used Baskerville, and then I had the Apple Chancery for the capital letters that I was putting in there. And so you just have to drag it around, play with it a little until it looks decent. Now I've got some letters that look a little different. Now, you might not want to do this with yours. You might want all of them to look the same. This one actually kind of stands out, so I might just make that 60. It already stands out being a different font and a slightly different color. So it just depends what look you're going for. You can definitely play around with it. If you want to change how these characters look, you want to change how the text looks, you're going to go up to here to Window, then you're going to go to Effects. So you want the effects up. So you want to just click on the box that has the text in it. Then you go over here and it says effects. And now these are all the different effects you can add. You can add a shadow to your text. And then you choose over here what you want the color to be. And then there's different types of shadows. So I would say just experiment and see what you like. You can say, okay, I want to try this screen one, and I'm going to try it in red. If you wanted a red shadow for some reason. Okay, and then you see how that looks, and it's going to be kind of subtle. The darker shadows are going to obviously be more dramatic. So you're going to go back to effects. Let's say that you want inner shadow. And let's try that with the black. See how dramatic that is? So that's the inner shadow of the black. Now, I definitely don't want that effect for mine. So I'm going to go back over to these. I'm going to say for my inner shadow, I actually don't want inner shadow. And actually, while you're here, you could just select as many as you want. I like the inner glow effect better. And then to change the inner glow, you can go over here. You could say, I want it to be like this bright yellow color. The inner glow. Okay, so now our text has a nice glow effect to it, an inner glow. And now let's say we do want a dramatic shadow. Let's say you want the black shadow and see what that does. So see how the text is popping out more now? Because you added a lot more shadow in there. Okay. So I would say just, and then you have to do these ones separately because these letters are separate. So, and you can do other effects on them too. So the bevel and emboss one is usually pretty cool. So I actually generally like this light and dark kind of bevel and embossing on it. This is really the wrong color. It's bothering me. So let's make it warmer. Okay. But that does stand out from the rest of this text. So if I decide that I want to emboss one letter, I usually just emboss all of them. So I'll just select this big box, and I will do the bevel and emboss, and I will do the light and dark there. And we have this kind of cool effect. So it still has the glow effect. It still has a shadow effect. Now it has the bevel and emboss effect on it. So like I said, just, play around with what you like. And then, of course, you want to add your name at the bottom. So you're going to make another text box. And you want things to be fairly centered. Melissa May Younger, yellowish color here. 2, and then I would just do the Baskerville for that. You want most of your text on the front to match. You can have some fun with like making bigger letters. Let's say you want it to be 90-point font. You just move that around to the position that you think looks good. And then, I did actually do the S on the other one. So I'll just show you how that came out over here. So I did the S and the F separately. And then I did my name down here. Okay, so that's kind of the effect I went with. I might make a few tweaks, but I'm mostly done. I'm still going to do a little more work on the painting. But I just wanted to show you how to do these things because I've been figuring them out and it's really frustrating when you don't know how to do it. So I hope that's helpful to you and helps you in your making your book cover on InDesign if that is what you are doing. The only remaining step is you just go to File, you export it as a JPEG. Now that's just going to be an image. And then I'll do another video showing how I make the actual whole book cover on Amazon. If you like videos like these, please subscribe to my channel. Please give it a like if this was helpful to you. And if you want to see more videos like this.